Hi all, my name is Noah Gelb. I am an alumna from the CUIA class of spring 2017. I am a dual theater arts and classical civilizations graduate from the University of Michigan, and I currently live in Washington, D.C. So why CUIA? Well, I knew I wanted to study abroad. I love to travel, and I had never been to Greece, a gorgeous country. I'd seen pictures, but had never been. I started taking classes at Michigan just in things I enjoy, archaeology, history, mythology, and was called into my advisor's office and told that I only had a couple more classes before I could double major in classics with my theater degree. And she said I could do it anywhere in the world. So I decided I was going to study abroad because of that, and the natural and obvious choice seemed to be to go to Greece. CUIA was the only program that was offered in conjunction with Michigan at the time, and honestly, I couldn't have had a better circumstance because it was an amazing program and absolutely changed my life. As a student at CUIA, I tried to take advantage of everything CUIA had to offer. I started the program by doing the archaeological dig at Vula with Professor Karavas. It was my first hands-on archaeological experience and one of the best experiences I had while at CUIA. I loved it so much. I also met some of my best friends while at the dig, and they continue to be my best friends throughout the entire program and to this day. The classes I took were Ancient Greek, Greek Sports, Greek Tragedy, and Alexander the Great, again with Professor Karavas and Professor Kritsotakis. They were some of the best classes, I think, probably because the quality of the professors at CUIA is so exemplary. All of the professors care so much about the classes that they're teaching, and that just makes it so much more fun for all the students. I learned a lot from all of these classes. I did all the cooking classes, I did dance classes, I went to theater productions that Nadia recommended in Greek around Athens. And then one of my favorite experiences was in May at the end of the program, we were offered a sailing trip to take a boat and a Greek sailor, 8 to 10 of us, to go to islands that are less tourist destinations, more local, and just experience sailing on the Aegean over the course of a weekend. And it was truly a dream come true, and straight out of a movie. It was amazing. So that's what I did at CUIA as a student. There are a lot of things that I took away. One of the things that I think stuck with me the most after returning from Greece was just to be proud of being passionate about something. I hadn't met anyone who was as invested in mythology and history and archaeology as I was while in the States, and I met so many people, not just at CUIA, but on the metro, walking around, in tavernas, who were just so excited to and willing to talk to me about all the things that I was interested in, to answer all of my ignorant questions about Greek and about things I didn't know about, and forgive my mistakes as I tried to assimilate into the culture. What have I been doing since I finished CUIA? Well, immediately following CUIA, I joined their student ambassador program, going to schools around Michigan and setting up at fairs and college fairs and helping prospective students answer questions. And since graduation, I've been in Washington, D.C. working in theater. I'm an actress, stage manager, admin, director, doing all sorts of things, including research. I have been working as a writer, as a travel writer, and a reviewer for books and for book clubs. I worked at a museum doing curatorial assisting and research for that, dealing with ancient history and first century Judea in particular. I am currently working as a data manager for a criminal justice publication, and in the fall will be moving to Scotland to pursue my graduate's degree in classics. CUIA gave me the ability and the confidence to pursue all the different interests that I have, and it also set me up with skills that are transferable and that allow me to do all these different jobs in all these different industries, and for that I'm incredibly grateful. How do I keep in contact with the CUIA community? Well, as I mentioned, I met some of my best friends while at CUIA. We stay in contact, texting, FaceTiming, and driving to see each other, despite the fact that none of us live in the same state. We all managed to keep in touch over these years. Whenever I'm in Greece, I visit CUIA. I make sure to grab coffee with my favorite professors. The research topics that I am going to be working on in graduate school are topics that were not only inspired by, but also honed with professors from CYA. So I fully expect to be back in touch with a number of professors I had and didn't have at CYA as I work on my thesis and do research in Greece. Perhaps the funniest way that I've managed to stay connected to CYA was that one of the first theaters that I worked with in DC when I graduated, the marketing director was a fellow CYA alum, and we didn't know until I started talking about CYA, as I always do, and they mentioned that they are also an alum of CYA, and we were able to bond over that.